on this beautiful, blessed Tuesday morning. Remember, give God all the praises, all the glory, all the honor. Thank God for waking you up early this morning. No matter what came your way yesterday, just thank God because he woke you up this morning. Because somebody didn't get up this morning. And if somebody lost a loved one, I send my deepest condolence and my love to you and your family this morning. So I'm up getting ready for work, trying to make this coffee. How everybody doing this morning? So y'all, yesterday, before I start my conversation off this morning, I just want to say, any mother that lost a child to gun violence, or just lost a child, period, my heart goes out to y'all this morning. My heart really goes out to y'all this morning. I've been up since 2 o'clock this morning. And I just been laying in the bed and I just been thinking. I couldn't be that. I mean, imagine a mother pain. A mother pain. And after what I saw yesterday, to see my friend, them stand just waiting for them to pick up the body. And to hear my friend tell me, Treasie, I just talked to my baby. I just talked to my baby. I just talked to my baby 30 minutes before he got killed. 30 minutes, Treasie. She said, but God gave me 27 years of his life. 27 years of his life. Said 27. And one of our friends, because we all, some of us older, some of us was raised up over there. And one lady called me and she was like, Treasie, where you at? And I told her where I was at the park. She said, when I heard, I just said, Treasie. She said, I couldn't do nothing but say Treasie. I wonder how Treasie feeling, because I know y'all, this boy play dominoes with y'all. This boy hang round y'all. You've been knowing this boy for a long time. And that's all I said. Let me call Treasie. Let me call her to see if she okay. And I told her, I said, I'm up here with his mom number right now. But y'all, this is what really hurted me yesterday. To see all those young kids. Treasie and all, I lost my son and daughter to the streets. They are still alive, but not with me. Any type of loss of a child pain, the heart, I pray and keep a relationship with God. Let me tell you something. Anyway, you lost your child. That's a hurting feeling. A hurting feeling. Yesterday, to see those kids coming up there crying, holding each other. That was so sad. That was so sad. I mean, to just see all of them just grabbing each other, holding each other, crying. And hear how the older people talk about how he looked out for them. I got home, I just sat in the car yesterday before I went back up there, and I just cried. Because I'm like, Lord, when is this gonna stop? When is our young men gonna stop taking each other's lives? And then just imagine your child getting shot and your child been laying on the ground since like 3:30, 4 o'clock. It was like 3:30 because they called me like about 3:40, like 3:30 to almost after 8 o'clock last night on the ground. And some mothers was up there, and they was talking to me, and I told them, I said, y'all need to band together and start talking to these young kids. And because some parents kill me because they sit, oh, it ain't my child that got killed, not my child. You never know. Never know. Parents kill me, my child ain't bad, this and that. You never know what your child do behind your back. When you see somebody else's child doing something wrong, you see somebody else's child doing something, start praying for that child. Start uplifting that mother. And then when a child get in trouble, y'all like to blame the mother. Y'all like to beat the mother down because how that child acted. You don't know what kind of mother she was. You don't know the struggle she went through to take care of that child, but that child got around the wrong person and decided to start doing wrong things. But you want to beat this mother down, this mother who took care of her children, this mother that did the right thing to make sure her children had the right lifestyle. But you want to beat this mother down because her child in the streets acting up. And that's why I tell mothers, talk to your kids, because some of your kids ain't ready to get off the front porch yet. Some of your kids get around here and they meet the wrong people. They meet the wrong people and then they start thinking they bad and stuff. And that ain't what they really want in the streets till they find out how the street feels. In the streets, you only get the grave, or you get in the grave, or you get in prison time. That's the only two things in the streets right there. The only two things. And nobody can, and I don't want nobody to come and say she don't know what she's talking about in the streets, she just talking. That's why I tell you mothers to talk to y'all kids about the streets, because I've been in the streets. I know how the streets feels. I done lost so many friends to the streets. I done lost so many friends to the prison. And then look at him. This same little boy came home from the hospital. Came home from the hospital in this same projects, apartment complex now. Came home from the hospital there, died there. The other little boy. His mama say, Treasie, my baby been dead 3 years. I went to talking to them last night, the mama, and I came out and say, I told the baby mama, I said, you and him got into it. And I told him, pick up that phone and call her right now. Pick it up, you better call her. And my husband said, yeah, and I say, lynch mob. She said, you lynch mob? You lynch mob? And she said, lynch mob said, yeah. And say, he come home, all he used to talk about you all the time. And she just broke down crying. Broke down crying. They tell me in Lynch mob, y'all was like our children, uncles, they uncle and they aunt. Because how they look up to y'all, how they talk to y'all. And they met my husband through me, but I knew them since they was a baby. Growing up in Riverview Terrace, running around like them my little nephews. And this morning when I was laying in the bed and I'm thinking about it, I say, it's so many mothers that don't lost kids. There's so many mothers that's in pain right now. I don't care how many years it's been. That mother's still carrying that pain around. And people can tell her, you'll be all right. No, you don't know how that mother feel. Because she lost a piece of her that's gone forever. A child that she carried for 9 months. 9 months. And we can tell her, it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. But we ain't walking in her shoes. We're not walking in her shoes. And some mothers will be sitting back saying, I'd be glad when she stopped crying. She doing all this crying. She need to get over. Baby, she don't need to get over it. She lost a child. A child that she can't get back. See, some of y'all children in prison, y'all can talk to y'all kids on the phone. But once God called that child home, you can't pick up the phone and talk to that child no more. Only thing you can say, I wish I can hear my baby's voice. And y'all, when I saw that baby laying down on that ground, and I saw that blood just running from his head, I told my husband, I don't know what I would have been doing if that was my boy laying over there on that ground. Y'all, I think I would have died. I would have died. And yesterday when I saw that baby laying on the ground, just didn't want to cry in front of his mama because his mama was already hurt. And she just kept saying, I talked to my baby 30 minutes. God gave me 27 years of his life. 27 years. And we don't know when our children leave out the door, if they coming back home, no nothing. And some of us mothers, we uphold our children and they nonsense when they doing stuff wrong out there in the streets. And then parents, you sit, some mothers sit back. Some mothers sit back and you ride along with these kids, be upholding them. Or you sit back and you laughing at that mother and be saying that's good for her child until death knock on your door. Till death knock on your door and claim your child. Then you begin to feel that pain that that mother going through. And y'all, I haven't lost a child, and I pray that God don't take one of my kids right now. But I hurt when I see another mother hurt. I hurt when I see a mother lose a child. Lose a child just like that. This boy got shot 5 times. 5 times. And part of his brain was in the laying there. 5 times. It's like I couldn't sleep last night, like I just tossed and turned. I just tossed and turned last night. Because I can hear him calling my name. I can hear him talking noise to my husband. I told his mom, I said, I'm going to miss him. But I told his mama and his auntie them, I said, one thing about it, he laying over there up under a sheet, but look how people talking about him. Look how all these older people up here bragging and talking about what he done for them, how they looked out for him. And one young lady, she came up to me. She said, Treasie, she said, she handicapped. She said, Treasie, every time I get off the city bus, he be saying, all right, mama, come on, let me help you get across the street. And I told her, I said, that's his mama. I introduced him to his mama and his aunt. I said, that's his mama and that's his aunt right there. I said, y'all see that? I said, look how she coming to tell me how he wait just to help her cross the street to get off the city bus or help her get on the city bus. So we got to start praying for our community. And I don't care where you stay at, we got to pray for our community. And I know some people be saying, I know some people might stay in a community way out, living high in the whatever. They probably be saying, I don't have nothing to do with that community. It ain't about having nothing to do with the community. It's about praying for the people, praying for the young people, praying that God touch them, praying that God protect them, praying that they get their life right, praying that they wake up and see that there's nothing in the streets. Nothing in the streets. You know how many mothers sitting at home right now wishing their children would come home, wishing their children get their life up, wishing their children to leave them drugs alone, get off of them drugs, wishing their children to stop selling drugs. You know how many mothers sitting home crying right now? There's so many mothers sitting home crying right now. And I know a lot of people, some people, y'all don't like to hear this kind of conversation, but this real life conversation right here. This is real life where we need to start praying for our children. And the people, I told a young man last night, he done lost his son. His son got killed. His son got killed on 275. Then turned around. His nephew turned around and got killed some months later. Now this like his nephew that got killed. I told him, you've been in the streets. You've been in the streets. You need to start telling these young people about your life. You need to tell these young people why you got off the streets, why you changed your life, so they'll know. Because see, young people think fast money is good money. Lisa, I'm not taking it the wrong way. I would not take it the wrong way. But that is true. It's true. And people be thinking them young kids, when they be in the streets, they think everybody they friend. They think everybody they friends. But baby, as soon as they get in trouble, them people ain't your friends no more. Them ain't your friends no more. They don't know you. They don't care about you. No nothing. And that's what people got to understand. Them people ain't your friends, baby. They not your friends. When you go to jail, they don't want to, they're going to accept the first couple of calls. After a while, I ain't finna be accepting their call. They ain't finna be running my phone bill up. When you get in that grave, they forget all about you. Some of them forget all about you. When you go to jail, some of them forget about how you let them borrow money, how you looked out for them. But they turn their back on you. That's when you really find out your true friends, when you get in situation. That's why I tell people, you know you don't been in the streets, you don't change your life around. Start telling your story to wake these young kids up, to let these young kids know the street life ain't where it's at. And then these children so focus on this rap music. This rap music got these children head all messed up too. All messed up. And some of these rappers singing all this junk, and these rappers ain't even doing the junk in there. These rappers in there talking about what they'll do. Them rappers ain't gonna bust a grape. But y'all feeding these children this junk. And no, y'all ain't gonna do that. No, y'all ain't that bad, ain't gonna do that. Y'all be around here talking about y'all popping this, popping that. And no, y'all ain't. Then y'all have these kids stuck on these songs doing all this junk. But y'all know in real life, y'all not doing it. Y'all just saying all this to make $1. Crime can't happen anywhere. I don't care if you live in a multi-million-dollar neighborhood. It can't happen anywhere, at any moment. And that is so true. But some people be thinking, no, I don't stay in the hood. It can't happen. Yes, it can. It can happen anywhere. And people be like, not my children. My children are so good. Honey, your children can get around the wrong person. The wrong person. Next thing you know, your child is gone. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care what neighborhood you stay in. Your children can get around the wrong person, and your child gone. And you can't bring your child back because your child don't got a taste of the streets. Because once a child, you be saying, oh, my child's so good and this and that. I don't want my child, hanging over there. But honey, once your child get a taste of the streets, honey, it's no pulling that child back because that child don't got a taste of that street life. And once a child get a taste of that street life, it's hard to bring that child back from that street life. It is so hard because they don't got used to it. And that's what they want, that street life right there. Because they think it's all good, all peaches and cream out there until they really get the real taste of the street life. So parents, you got to start talking to your kids. Start talking to your kids. Start being upfront with your kids. Stop being around the bush. Say, no, my child don't need to know that. Honey, start talking to your kids. Start letting your kids know about things. You don't want to lose your life, your kids to the streets. I'm telling you that. I'm telling you that. You don't want to do that. Because the streets ain't nothing nice. Y'all excuse me, it's kind of dark for a minute. No, nowhere safe but believing in the Most High. He look after his own. So true, yes, Lord. It's costing them money to accept that call. That's why they ain't picking it up. And that's why they not gonna pick it up. They not gonna pick it up. Let me tell y'all something. Sometimes when, like I always say, and real life is what we need to hear to try and understand why they leave us after we done our best and sacrifice. Then they go out and help, then go help out another family or person instead of their own mother. That's right. The streets don't have love for nobody. Nobody. People be talking about, oh, I got love in the streets. Love in the streets. Honey, the streets don't love you. The same people that you be with don't love you. The same people you be with will be the ones that take your life. They'll be the ones that'll rob you. They'll be the ones that send you to prison for the rest of your life. The rest of your life. So, like I was telling somebody, talking to somebody about the streets. He say, old school, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. The other young man, they didn't even much know me. The other young man, they was just talking, and I was telling them about the streets. I was just telling them, you know, you find out the hard way about the streets and stuff. And I say, everybody ain't your friends. I say, in the streets, it's only two things: jail or the grave. It's only two things. So I'm just talking to them about it. And one of them bust out to my old school, you don't know what you talking about, daughter, this, daughter. He going on and on. The other young man say, auntie know what she talking about. He say, auntie been in the streets. And the dude was like, the other dude was like, how you know? Why you say that? He say, auntie got old school. Look at auntie mouth. That's old school. And I heard about auntie before. Because my family know her. And I told him, I say, I'm not trying to say nothing to be mean or nothing. I say, you learn your friends from the streets. You learn your friends from the streets. You learn everything in the streets. You learn things that make you want to just change your life. Even when you see your friends getting killed. You see your friends going to prison and they not coming back home. So y'all, that's why I can get up every morning and tell God, thank you too. I can tell God, thank you every morning. Because how God spared my life. How God changed my life. How God knew. And I always say, step off the front porch. God knew that wasn't the lifestyle for me. And that's why I say all the time, the people who don't change, they don't change their life. They've been in the streets. They sold drugs. They was on drugs. But now you don't change your life. You don't got saved. You doing work for God. Don't forget where God brought you from. Don't forget how God kept his hands on you, even when you ain't supposed to be here right now today. Tell your story to the young people. Let them hear your testimony. Let them know how God saved you. So they can hear your story. Because like I say all the time, you can tell your story to 50 people. Out of that 50, one person going to be listening, not paying attention to you, because you don't change your life. You don't change your life. Somebody seen that how you don't change your life. All the things that God have done in your life. Don't think they ain't sitting back and saying, Lord, I want what you done did for him. Lord, I want what you done did for her. Y'all don't sit back and think nobody ain't looking at you, looking at the change in you. But you don't want to get out and you don't want to tell nobody your story. You think you too good because God don't saved you and remove them things off of you out your life that you too good to go and tell your story. And see, sometimes people don't understand. God will have you going right back to the same place where he removed you from. Where he removed you from, go back to save somebody else, to bring somebody out of there, okay? So when you don't change your life and you too good and you don't want to go back to where when you looking down on the next person, tune your nose, but you forgot you was that same crackhead, you was that same prostitute, you was that same drug dealer, but God changed your life, but you want to look down on the next person, okay? And you don't want to tell your story because you so ashamed of your story. You were so ashamed of all the things that you done did. Man, you better get out and tell your story. God saved you. If he saved you, then you can go do the work and save somebody else, get somebody else's life right. These young people need to hear these stories. They need to hear the stories with what you done went through. How you was out there making money, how you lost your friends, how you thought everybody was your friends, but your same friends turned around and robbed you. Your same friend turned around and killed the other friend, okay? That's what these children need to be hearing. I had a friend that was with another friend. And the same friend turned around and killed him. I had a friend in Review Terrace. Somebody tried to rob him. Round there killed him, and he laying in the ditch in Review Terrace. And that's what people don't be want to tell stories like this. This is real life stuff. Nobody don't want to be hearing that old fake stuff. Nobody don't be want to hear somebody talking about somebody else's business and stuff. People need to be talking about real life stuff. People are losing children. People are losing their children. And people around here, you want to sit up, you want to talk about some he say stuff. I talk about how this man should treat this woman, or how this and that. No, we need to be getting out there. We need to be saving our children's life. We're losing too many of our children. We're losing our children on drugs. We're losing our children to the jailhouse. We're losing our children to the graveyard. We need to be around here. We need to talk to our kids. And see, some people don't like some people don't like to hear real life stuff. People don't. And then in your community, you pull up the paper. You now it's getting so much killing that you don't even much know. You find out about Facebook. The news people don't even much come out. The new to put it on the news. The news people was there last night though. They only much put it out there. And then if you look at it, y'all wake up. How guns getting in our community? How's the guns getting in the community, okay? Because them kids are not old enough to go to the store and buy a gun. So how is it getting in the community? You can only do so much as a parent. So of these kids are so far gone in the head, is no turning them around. Miss Claudette, I try to send important information, but they left that positive channel. It is not drama. They don't want to listen. Yeah, I mean, if it's not about drama, they don't want it. People don't want to hear that, but people are losing their kids daily. And that's what people need to understand. Every day, a mother is losing her child. And let me tell you something about a mother. A mother, I don't care if her child out there on drugs, her child not talking to her child just ran away. That's a hurting thing for a mother. That's a hurting thing. A mother gonna miss her child because a mother carried that child for 9 months. 9 months. And then this another thing. We got to stop blaming the mother when the child act up. Stop blaming the mother. Especially if she don't know her child is doing wrong. Because you know what? Sometimes you don't know what your child doing behind your back. And sometimes you can go tell the mother. She be like, no, not my child. Not my child. Because she don't be wanting to believe that her child is doing that. And some parents just think their child so good and they uphold their child and know their child doing wrong. But some mothers really don't know that their child are doing something bad. But then people be so mad at the mother. I'm going to read y'all comments in a minute. I don't know why I do this to myself. Good morning. No weapons, nobody. Get it, child of God. I just say, God, you gave me my kids. I give them back to you. I give them back to you because you loaned them to me. You loaned them to me, and I don't know how long you gonna loan. They gonna be here. I don't even much know how long that I'm gonna be here. Because all our days are numbered. All our days are numbered, though none of us know the day, the hour, the time, none of us. Only thing, we just got to make sure that we right. We got to make sure that we right with God when it's our time for him to call us. When he say it's time for you to come. We just got to make sure that we right. That's it. Good morning to everyone. The election just passed, but I think the next election we should get paid to vote. I said, I was looking at her and I was looking at the young man mom yesterday. I say, look it up. Some days before Thanksgiving. The holiday coming up. Yes. Stop blaming your parents for everything that's bad happening in your life. We need positive energies and thoughts every day. Make someone day with a simple hello. I don't know what happened, but God have it in his hand. Yeah, God have everything in his hand. Everything in his hand. I was looking for something. Y'all hold up. Yeah, God. And I told his mom last night, I say, when things happen like this right here, when things happen, we always say God was trying to get that person attention. But let me tell you something. Like I told his mom, I said, you'll say God trying to get his attention, but God trying to get somebody else's attention, okay? God can be trying to get a family member attention, some friends' attention. He trying to get somebody attention. He trying to wake somebody up. Somebody up. That's God. That's what it is. Right there. And you know what she told me? She said, Treasie, she said, I knew this was gonna happen. She said, I knew this was gonna happen. She said, I talked to him last month about this. I talked to him and he told me, Mom, I'm tired. And I told her, I said, ever since the other young man got killed, like he wasn't the same. Cause they was best friends, they was cousins. And every time you saw them two hanging together all the time. That's why I tell people, I don't, oh my God, so sad. So close to Thanksgiving that it's just heartbreaking, though. The prayers is with the friends and family. Holidays are rough. I lost my baby sister, only 31, on Christmas Day, but we can't question God. That's right, we can't question God because all our days, we don't know how we all passing through. We all gonna leave him, but we don't know when, we don't know how, no nothing. That's why no matter what come our way, whatever, like this bad situation, Proverbs 3, 5, and 7. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. Be not wise in thy own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. We'll never understand. Never understand. And we gonna question God because we human. We gonna still question God because we gonna be saying, God, why did this happen? Why this happening? Because at the end of the day, we still human. And we still gonna want God to give us an answer. God, Lord, please tell me. Please tell me. And that's why this morning, because I've been up since 2 o'clock this morning just laying in bed. And that's why this morning I say, I want to tell all the mothers who lost a child. And you know what? I need to rephrase it how I started off. I want to tell a mother who all lost a child. If you lost your child to the graveyard, to the to drugs, or your child just not talking to you, prison, you lost your child. You lost your child. But that mother who lost that child to the grave, my heart really go out to you, because your child ain't coming back. Your child ain't coming back. You can't pick up the phone and call your child. And that's why my heart hurt for them mothers that really lost a child, and the pain that she's carrying around. So I just want to say my heart break for y'all. It really do. But we got to start talking to the young people. Yes, my grandpa passed away in this June on the 6th due to a 3-car accident. I am so sorry, Xavier. Also pray for all those that were eliminated to abortion. Sometimes we know the answers. Some people bring harm to themselves. Loss of a child through abortion. An enemy is awful. I don't know if you can say, but can I ask what you do for work? And then you know what? Then when the holidays come around, that's when a lot of people be so sad. Because that's when they don't lost their loved ones, especially around the holidays. Yesterday, I just stood there. I just stood there, y'all, and just looked around and just seen how those boys was coming up crying, holding each other. I couldn't do nothing but just sit and look. Some of them was just holding each other. Some of them just got their head down. And the brother told me, said, the other one called him. Him and my nephew was at the store. They called him. Told him, your brother just got shot. He said, I ran up there and my brother laying on the ground. And I'm like, just imagine you seeing your brother don't got shot 5 times, shot in the head and all of that. So we got to start praying for the communities. Y'all start praying. That's what we got to do. Somebody said yesterday, Treasie, it ain't like how when we was growing up, you fight and move on. But now, they don't fight no more. They just take you out. And I'm like, yeah, they just take you out. Excuse me. Yes, I think about him daily, and I know he's watching over me and my family. It is okay to question God. There's nothing wrong with that. Not a day without Jesus. We're not supposed to, but we're human. And if it's even okay to be upset at God, we are human. He tells us to cast all our cares on him because he cares for us. Why be upset with God? Does God anything? When you lose a loved one at a young age, people get upset. You know what? When you get more into your scripture, because we all hurt. I don't care how, when somebody passed, we all hurt. But what we going to be mad at God for? Because you know what? God already know when we in our mama womb. God know the day that we gonna pass. He know the hour. He already know what we gonna pass from. So ain't no sense in being mad with God, because we all gonna leave him. We all passing through. We all passing through. We not him to be him forever. Like in the Bible, in the Old Testament, where God, they used to live to be 130 something years old. We all gonna leave this earth. All gonna leave him. And we gonna hurt when somebody leave us. But ain't no sense in being mad with God. United is needed badly in our communities everywhere. That death and tax we cannot escape. And that's true. I don't care. Every community we need something in the community. And I think the problem is too, they don't do have the activities like they used to for the kids. None of that. They don't have nothing in the communities for the kids. And if they do, the children, you got to pay. A lot of parents don't have money to pay to send these kids to a lot of activities. Because now, if you're a single parent, you working 2 jobs just to make ends meet. We can't blame God and Satan for everything. I think they need to start bringing stuff back in the community, to have things for the children to do in the community. That's what they need to do. We have to take accountability for our own action. So he healed the brokenhearted and bind up their wounds. They just took out our last part in this city I live. I think they need to just start bringing stuff in the community. Start doing stuff to get the children off the streets. Because the children be doing things because they ain't got nothing to do in their communities. I think some people need to come together and be community leaders. I'm working 2 jobs, still having a hard time. It's getting rough. I'm doing fine, walking tall. Hey, live tech. But let me tell you something. It's hard for everybody. It's hard. Just like you say, you working 2 jobs and you still having hard time. I'm having hard time. Let me tell you something. Like I said on my other live, I'm having hard times. I work Monday through Friday. Things are so expensive. So expensive. Food expensive. You go get food, you be like, what the heck did I just get? What did I just buy at this store? For $100 and something, and I don't even much see it because everything is getting high. Y'all, these kids do now stay on their phone. They don't go outside. You know what? It's getting so bad with the kid. Going outside. Hey, country girl. Hey, Shirley. Thee and God we must trust. And we got to trust God, lean on God all the time. Lean on him all the time. No matter what come our way, we still got to lean. We got to trust him. We still got to have our faith in him. And let me tell you something. Even a bad situation, because I know when situations come, sometimes like somebody say you be mad with God, then you be like, I don't want to read. I don't want to focus. I don't want to walk with him because I'm so mad with God. But why? Once you begin to, when you be mad, but once you begin to get in your word more, once you begin to focus more, you begin to have an understanding. You'll begin to understand because you look at it, everybody gonna have death in their family. We all gonna have hard times no matter what. But at the end of the day, we still got to trust God. We still got to trust God. You got to say, God, I don't understand what's going on. God, I don't understand. Why is this happening to me in my life? But Lord, I'm still going to trust you. I'm still going to trust you, and I'm still going to lean on you, and I'm still going to depend on you no matter what. No matter what, Lord. Even when I'm dropping these tears, I'm still going to lean and trust on you, God. And that's what some people got to understand. Instead of giving up and just want to take in the towel and throw in the towel and say, Lord, I can't do this right now. Do it no more, because I'm being so disappointed in everything. Nothing's going right in my life. I'm losing loved ones. Honey, still keep trusting God. Keep trusting God, because we have to look at it. When things happen in life, God trying to get our attention, somebody's attention. And you got to look at it too. Some things are for a test, and it's for a testimony. Everything you going through, it be for a reason. Things come your way for a reason. For a reason. Xavier, that's a good thing. At least you know where your child is. Y'all, these kids, dude, he would never put more on us than we can handle. That's right, Lisa, honey. You said a mouthful right there. God already know how much we can handle. God already know. Y'all don't know sometimes when things be coming your way, God already say, you can test my child. Just like how God had the devil test Job. But told him, you better not touch him. You better not touch him. God will let you be tested. He will let you be tested just to see where you stand at, to see what you're going to do, to see how you're going to handle it. That's what, when you be being tested and stuff. And y'all, yesterday, I'm being honest, because yesterday, I was just standing there. I was just standing there, and I'm just looking around. Looking around. And Lord, I was like, Lord, how many of these children that I got to come up and see their body laying on the ground? How many? I'm like, Lord, when is all this gonna stop? When is all this killing gonna stop? These young men are leaving kids behind. Kids that's only gonna know them by a picture. Know them by what their mother tell them, what their grandparents tell them, or what a family member can tell them about how your daddy was, or how your mama was. And that's why I'm saying we have to start praying for the community. Even if you don't live in the community, or you was there, you stayed in that community. Let me tell y'all something. Where I was yesterday, that was Riverview Terrace Projects. Now it's called Oaks of Riverview. It's called Oaks of Riverview. I wouldn't care what it's called. I never forget where I came from. I don't care if I had a lot of money. I still will never forget where I came from. I still gonna continue going over that way. Because that's where I'm from. Over there. And no matter what, when something happened to one of us that grew up over there, we all come together. We all stick together over there. And last night, some of them was coming out. And that's how we are, family in Riverview Terrace. We come together and be there for each other. When me and my husband got ready to leave, we told her, whatever she need us to do, call us. call us. And my husband told us, say, you know, you need something, call me. That was my boy. That was my boy. And I'm saying this, never forget where you came from. Never forget where you came from. Some people, I know people that don't been raised from the projects, then you look down on the projects. The projects made me who I am. The projects taught me how to survive. And that's why I never ever forget where I came from. Draw near to God. Time is too short. Sure is. And I'm like, people, and then you look at it, you be wondering, people be around here hate in their heart, holding grudges from 5-10 years ago. Life too short. They always used to say, tomorrow is not promised to you. No, baby, the next minute is not promised to you. It ain't tomorrow, it's the next minute. The next minute is not promised to you. But people up here, around here, mad about something simple. Something simple. Oh, this coffee hot. Never forget where you came from. Yes, it is a test from God. If you don't understand the Bible, that's why people get upset with God and everyone. Yeah, that's why people get upset. People be so upset, then they go to cussing God, this and that. Let me tell y'all something. It hurt me when somebody passed. But before, it's like I'm just like, now that I get in my word, I get a better understanding. Because I'm now focused more on my word. And I know we just passing through. Because I don't know when I'm going to leave him. But I say, Lord, I tell God daily, I say, God, I ain't ready to leave yet. But whenever it's your time, it's your time. I can't miss. That's one appointment I can't miss. I can call the doctor's office today. I got an appointment. Hey, can I reschedule that appointment? I cannot. God said, come on, Claudia, it's time for you to go. I can't say, God, wait a minute. I still got something to do. Can you come back tomorrow? Can I reschedule? I can't tell him that. I can't tell him that. I just got to make sure I got myself right. I got to make myself right. And a lot of people don't understand why you walking this earth right now. You walking your testimony. You walking it right now. So when you leave him, when you land in that casket, somebody getting up there saying something good about you. Somebody saying something good about you, and somebody always going to remember you when you leave him, because they're going to always bring your name up. They're going to bring your name up because it's something about you. Just imagine when you leave here, you land in that casket, nobody don't want to come to your funeral. Nobody don't want to get up there and say nothing good about you because they couldn't stand you, okay? They couldn't stand you because you was nasty. You didn't know how to treat people. Just imagine that right there. Just imagine that right there, having a funeral like that. We must all stay prayed up. Praying still work. Yes, it do. It's called staying humble. Thank you, Lord, for waking me up and my family up this morning, here today and gone tomorrow. That's right. You know what? People, you can hug. You and your family can wake up together, and y'all can hug each other, sit down and eat. Your family member can walk out the door. Never come back. Never come back. Let me tell y'all something. Like one morning, my cousin called me. My cousin said, Treasie, he said, I was going, but I was mad. Let me tell you something. I ain't gonna lie, eat me up. I was mad about something. And I started asking my cousin, I said, you want me to come take you to the doctor? Me and my cousin was on the phone. I was going to ask him that. He said, the Uber him to pick me up. He said, as soon as the Uber pick me up and I leave from the doctor, I'll meet y'all in the yard. I say, okay. I was the last person Last person, my cousin, me and my husband. The last person. We go to a wake, because our friend passed. I asked my cousin, I said, where Cup at? She said, I don't know where he at. Knowing that sucker, he probably going to the hospital because he had just had, not too long ago, had surgery. I said, yeah, because since he had that surgery, he running back to the hospital all the time. The whole time I'm saying that, me and my cousin saying that, because he was staying with my cousin. The whole time we saying that. We go back to play dominoes. We still wondering where he at. He not in the yard yet. My cousin called my phone. I lost it. I lost it. The whole time we at that wake. After I had got off the phone with my cousin and he got in that Uber, he got killed. He got killed, y'all. Y'all don't know, that ate me up. That ate me up so bad because I was the last person to talk to him on the phone. Last person. That's why they say, I'm saying this, the next minute is not promised to nobody. Nobody. Love your loved ones. Make it right with your loved ones. Because y'all, yesterday, it hurted to see that young man on the ground. And it hurted to see all them young men crying. When I got out my car and walked up there, I saw my grandson and the other young men all just hugging each other, crying. That hurt. And to see them getting out, pulling up in cars, just running up there. And the police stopping them because it's half of the road blocked off, half of Florida Avenue blocked off, and the young kids running up there trying to make sure that's him on the ground, and the police not letting them up there. They got to run to the gate, stand on the bleachers. Y'all, that's a hurting feeling. So start talking to y'all kids. Start telling y'all kids about the streets. People, if you don't change your life, start telling them y'all life stories. Start telling them what God brought you through. How God kept his hands on you. Even when you was doing wrong, God had his hands on you. God got you. Don't sugarcoat nothing. Let the children know the real things that you went through in life. Real things. Because some people try to block out things in their life because they so ashamed. They're so ashamed. And I get on here and I like to tell my real life story. I don't want to talk about nobody else's story because I can't tell nobody's story. I like to get on here and I like to tell people my story, the things how God saved me, how God kept his hands on me, how he kept his hands on me, even when I was in the streets. How God knew them streets weren't for me. How God kept me. So if you can tell your story to some young people, tell them and let them know it's nothing in these streets. Nothing. But I want to thank y'all this morning for listening to me. And I just want y'all to uplift my friend in prayer. Her name is Shell. She the one lost her son. Y'all uplift them in prayer. Let's uplift them this morning. Review Terrace in Tampa. And I think he in some of my videos. He might be in some of my videos. But they like the videos he might be in. I even got pictures. I think I got pictures of them too. I know I do got pictures because I take pictures of everything. I got pictures of them. But y'all start praying for y'all community. Start praying for the young people. Ask God to guide them. That's what. Ask God to guide them, uplift them. And we got to start telling them the streets ain't everything. That's what we got to start doing. Letting them know the streets ain't everything. And the streets is on the dead, on the grave of jail. Grave of jail. That's it. Get a job. Get a job. Honest money is better because you sleep good with honest money. But y'all, I got to go. Y'all have a blessed day. Y'all be safe. And I love y'all. And to all the mothers out there who have lost a child or their children out there somewhere in the street, my heart goes out to you this morning. And I pray that God touch your heart and that God strengthen you this morning and guide you this morning and let you know that everything gonna be okay. So y'all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.